In this video, we asked my great-grandma to make us a tiny traditional mattress. Isn't she the cutest? Now let's get on with the video. Welcome to Iranian one, where me and my mom get up to all kinds of things and take you along for the ride. To start making the mattress, you're going to need a 2-layered fabric that's stitched on all sides except for one. For the filling, we're using some fiber. For real traditional mattresses, they used to use actual wool, and this had a lot of benefits, health benefits. It would act like a filter protecting your body from humidity and dust. And it's an insulator, so when you're sleeping under it, if it's cold outside, it will keep you warm, and if it's warm outside, it will keep the heat outside so you're cool under it. Now, we didn't have actual wool, so we're just filling it up with fiber, and you can add however much you want. And what my grandma's doing right now is stitching up the last side, so the wool won't get out. Usually when you're living with old people, you don't really notice their hands. Like, hands aren't really something you notice usually. But then when you have a video of someone's hand like this, you can't help but notice the amount of experience they have. And not just their experience in sewing in this case or any other craft, but life experience. These are the hands that have lived many years and have worked a lot. And in my case, she's my grandma. These are the hands that took care of me when I was growing up. Now she's stitching the other 3 sides as well to tidy it up. This way all the sides will look the same. You might have noticed that I'm calling her grandma even though she's my great-grandma, but it's all my mom's fault, honestly. See, when she was a kid, she and her uncle, her youngest uncle, were around the same age. They had maybe 2 to 3 years difference. So she would call mom and they'd be like, well, which mom? And then she'd be like, Reza's mom. That's her uncle's name. And yeah, that kind of stuck. Everyone just called her Reza's mom after that. So calling her grandma kind of skipped the generation, and now her great-grandkids are the ones that call her grandma. Which is also my mom's fault now that I think about it, because I was the eldest great-grandchild, and they told me to call her grandma, and that stuck as well. Now back with the mattress, we need to make sure that the filling on the insides don't move around. To do this, we're going to pull the thread through the 2 layers of the fabric and the fillings inside of it on different parts of the mattress. After pulling the thread through, we're going to tie it up a bunch of times to make sure that it won't get out. And we're going to keep doing this in even intervals throughout the whole mattress to make sure that we cover the whole thing and nothing inside can move. So my grandma noticed us taking way more videos than usual. So she was like, what are you guys doing? And we told her, hey, we have this YouTube channel and we're trying to make videos for it. And as always, she really wanted to help us. So we asked her to make a mattress for us the same way she would make when we were kids. And the thing about my grandma is that she's always been really good at sewing. So every time, you need your clothes mended, you wait for grandma to be at your house and you'd be like, hey, can you mend my clothes? And of course, she also made it a thing to give us mattresses and clothes for our dolls every time she came to our house. I had this one doll that looked like a baby. They were the thing back then. And the head was way too big for the body, and the clothes my grandma made wouldn't fit the doll. I couldn't get it through the head to put it on the body of the doll. So I told her and she made the doll button-down shirts. This is our mattress, but no mattress will be complete without a cover, so we're going to make that next. To start with, my grandma measured the fabric she was going to use for the mattress, but she wasn't using numbers and all that. She was measuring it by putting the fabric on the mattress and guesstimating how much she was going to need. Then she cut the fabric and started stitching. 3 of the sides needed to be closed, and then she was going to fill it up and then close the last side. She started stitching them by hand first, so when she goes over them with a sewing machine later, she won't make a mistake and it'll all be straight. You don't need to use a sewing machine for this part, but it is what my grandma's used to. My grandma has had the sewing machine like as long as I can remember. She sews everything with it. I think it's one of those earlier models. It doesn't use electricity. She turns the wheel by hand. There is so much nostalgia in the sound of the sewing machine turning. Because, every time we were in her house or, we just spent time with her, we would ask her to, like, sew different things for us. And she would sew them and, like, the sound of that turning. The sewing machine could be, like, 50 years old. And on the box it came with, it's written that it's guaranteed for life. And it really is guaranteed for life. I mean, my grandma's been using it all her life and she's in her 80s. After she finished sewing, she turned the fabric inside out and started stuffing the mattress inside. She stitched the last side by hand, and they used to do this traditionally because they would need to take off the covers every once in a while and wash them. And this was how my grandma made a traditional mattress for a doll. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like the video if you did, tell us what you thought about it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!